Hi, this is Katie Weeks, your independent, close to my heart maker, and today I'm joining with the Makers with Heart for another mystery envelope challenge. And this month, Amanda Ross sent us our goodies and our rules. And here's what we have to do. We have to make a perfect 10 project, and there's different point values for everything that we will be using. And I'm going to keep this little score tally sheet off to the right hand side as I work, and I'm also going to be working from the Makers with Make It From Your Heart Volume 5 Pattern 11. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab 2 sheets of cardstock, and that's going to subtract 2 points from my tally. The white cardstock is free according to the point values, and I just gutted some Blue Belle cardstock. This is a retired color, but I think it looks really nice with the Life's a Hoot papers that Amanda sent for us. So I gutted those papers, and I'm using some of the papers that I gutted to make some photo mats for my placeholders for my photos. So that's the first part, and I'm just kind of keeping track that I use those 2 sheets. The next one is, I love this print, but I don't have enough of it, so I gutted it, and you won't really see it once I put a picture over it. You're going to see it in my final layout, but once I get everything assembled, there will be a picture on top of that Life's a Hoot paper that is gutted there. Then I'm going to need a bunch of 2x2 papers. So I cut down the little PML cards, some of the extra cardstock, and I'm just kind of playing here with my layout and making sure the design is what I want. As I'm starting to put my adhesive on, I realize I really want to build from the bottom, and I need to do some stamping before I do put too much adhesive on there. So we were supposed to come up with something using a winter theme. So I kind of made this Winter Wonderland is my title, and I came up with a winter theme for my project. That theme gives me 3 points, and I think I tallied that over there to the side. And then I started building up my project according to that Make It From the Heart Volume 5 pattern. I am pulling some snowflakes from 2 different stamp sets. That would be Seas and Greetings Stamp and Thin Cut set and Winter Wishes. So that's where I brought in my snowflakes and my sentiments from both of those sets. And I'm stamping them in Glacier, Grape, Blue Belle, and Sapphire. I believe the Grape and Sapphire, I did 2nd generation. You see me stamping off on that little tally sheet. It becomes quite a mess by the end of this project, but I used it as my scrap paper as well. And this is going to be a 2-page project. I'm only showing you 1 page assembly at a time. One of the other things that Amanda said that we could add was gold thread. And if we did that, we got 2 points. So that's why I was making those little thread jumbles and stuffing those in a few different places. This pattern did not call for photo mats, but I like them. So I did 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 for the big Blue Belle photo mats. I did 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 for those 3 small photos mats across the center. And I still think it'll look really nice with the picture, and it'll help tie all of the colors and that border that I have around the top. Now these stripes down the side at the top left, Those were part of a PML card, and it wasn't as long as I wanted, but I thought they would be great for journaling. It would give you a way to keep straight lines, and you could write over 2 or 3 at a time if you wanted to write a little bigger. So I just cut it and then placed 2 together really close, and it looked just fine, I think. And here I'm coming back in with those Season's Greetings snowmen and just stamping them off. I think I used Intense Black Ink. I meant to use Archival, but it all worked. And then I'm coming in with those same snowflakes again, and I kind of kept my same color pattern. The biggest snowflake was in Glacier. The next size was in Grape. Then I did a Belle for the smaller one. I think there's a tinier one that's Sapphire around the page, but I stamped those a couple times, and then I go and I die cut all of those snowmen and snowflakes. And I decided to add one of the zip strips across there. Amanda also sent some gold shimmer trim, and I went back and eventually cut it in half lengthwise and then used it down with those stripes across the bottom of the page as well. I used foam tape to put on all of these, the 2 snowmen and the reindeer after I colored them in. So I used an assortment of colors from my Spectrum Noir tri-blend markers, but what I did was some shading, and so that was kind of a technique, so it cost me a point because I used a technique. And so you notice I put like gray shading at the bottom of the snowman, a couple shades of it that I blended together, and then right around the middle, especially where there would be a shadow underneath one of the big snowballs that builds your snowman. So I did that. I colored in their hats and scarves, and I just used gray for the shading on the snowman, and then I used some really light tan colors to color in this reindeer. I went over him in the lightest shade first everywhere, and then I put the medium around the outside and started blending it in, and I thought he turned out pretty cute. I almost forgot to shade in his scarf. And then I'm going to use my clear shimmer brush on my snowmen and on my snowflakes that I pop up, the ones that I die cut. So that gives it a little extra dimension and a little bling. I thought that looked really nice, and I like the dimension with the foam tape. So while you're watching me finish this up, I want to remind you that today's mystery envelope challenge was sent to us by Amanda. There are 7 makers with heart who are participating, and so all of us have the same set of rules, the same pieces of Life's a Hoot paper and zip strips and a little bit of mix-in paper and the same point tally to try to come up with a perfect 10. And our last thing was adding embellishment. So I added 6 gold glitter gems to get my perfect 10 points. But I hope you will follow along with the playlist and watch everybody's mystery envelope challenge and see how they came up with their perfect 10 points as well. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. Make sure you have subscribed to my channel if you have not already, and turn on the bell for the notifications. Feel free to leave a sweet comment and share this with your crafty friends. Have a great day.